Morning, Woody. Hiya all, it's been a lot of bad weather down this way. Rain. I'm sure it's been the same all over, but we've had like weeks and weeks of rain overnight, and lots of floods, and yeah, quite a thing really. I'm just out with my dog, trying to maintain this little bit of work we do. We're not really hunting, but I'm still keeping Willow attuned to me and what I say. I'm just having a look round, and she's enjoying sniffing the air. Steady girl. We know there's rabbits here, and I look forward to sharing the next falconry season, 2025 into 2026. I will take videos of every time we're out, which is most days, and then combine them at the end of the week to make a short film of what we've done. There's not a lot going on at the moment. This is just a little catch up. I'm going to have a look shortly for some adders. Possibly there will be none there, but I want to go to a little place where there's a gun emplacement that was overlooking the channel. I'm just curious to have a look around there, and I'll put it on here in case someone else is interested, even though it's a falconry channel really, but just something to keep us entertained during the molt. I hope your molt's going well for you. I've been sent a few little clips of Julie's hawk, George, Harris hawk, and George has been building a nest within his mews, which is quite interesting. I'll put that up. If you don't know, the males and the females, but the males help building nests, and that's what George has done as a male, and quite a nice little nest he's built too. So I'm doing my daily walk now, taking Willow around some nice little areas in what we've got here. This is not hunting ground, but this is just a walk we do. After this, I'll get Woody out and put him on his perch for a little while. What I don't want to see is him flapping around. Once he starts to show signs that he's going to damage anything, feathers in the blood, if it gets to that stage, then I'll stop. But I'm going to try and keep this going, see how we get on. I thought it might be interesting just to have a look at other people's mews. I know we can't always see a lot this time of year because your birds are molting out, but if you feel like it and you fancy it, send me a little picture or a short video of your mews to freebirdofreason@gmail.com, and we'll put it on the channel in a few weeks. Looking forward to the Falconers Gathering 2025 in September. Check that out on the Facebook page of Dave Sharp. Falconers Gathering 2025, I think it is, and that is the title, so you can check that out. Look forward to seeing people there and having a chat, but yeah, hopefully this year nothing's going to go wrong. Last year nothing but doom and gloom really, but sometimes life's like that. Still a few challenging times going on, but we're getting through with the help of friends and family. You know, it's yeah, we're getting there, and looking forward to next season. That's going to do us all the world of good. I want to get hard back into it, get that hawk out, get him fit, and see if we can get some great footage for the next hunting season. So please join us. If you want to subscribe, it's up to you, but as I say before, subscriptions and comments and thumbs up do help to get this channel shared. Started it off just showing what I was doing really in my little journey, and it's still really my journey. And in my journey you've seen me end up in hospital with ruptured appendix, gone gangrene, and sepsis, and ticks, Lyme's disease, losing my son, which is the hardest thing in the world, and dogs. And yeah, so it's just my journey really, and I'm going to try to continue as we are. The videos haven't been as many recently, but sometimes I haven't really been in the right place in my mind at times, but you know, I'm not asking for sympathy at all. I'm just being honest and sharing. Loads of people go through difficult times, and yeah, let's try and help each other and get through. That's what the world's all about really. I don't believe in anything much. I just think that I do believe in being good and kind to each other, because that's what makes life good in this sometimes shitty world that can drop bombshells on you and terrible things that cut you up, you know. I'm talking about not physically but sort of mentally. So when you get out in nature like this, in this sort of beautiful land we have, there's a lot of people in the world that are suffering in all sorts of ways and terrible, but goodness comes through, whether it be charities or just good people. That I think there's a majority of good amongst the bad. Sometimes you wonder why bad things happen to good people and not the other way around, but I think it actually does happen to everyone in an even amount. It's just life. But yeah, thanks for all the lovely kind words in the past when we've had these difficult situations. No, I didn't mean to start going on about this. Yeah, I'm only really just thinking about it today because it's Father's Day, so your mind's a little bit in a slightly different place, but we're okay. It's what is it? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. But I'm good, and I wish you well. I wish you all success with your new hawks, your hawks that you've had, the Moult, and your next season. And cherish your families, look after each other, because you never know what's going to happen around the corner, and it's so important. Anyway, that's enough of me sort of going off on a bit of a tangent. We're going to have a look at Woody now, out on the perch, see if he'll eat off the glove, and enjoy the rest of the day. Stay. Yeah, Woody. He's not going to eat off the fish today. So it's a very strange thing with these hawks. I'm standing right next to Woody, but he wouldn't feed off my fist then today. Maybe next time. But I was sitting just there. Something slightly different, and he wasn't happy. As you can see, he's okay with me standing here, so he's not mantling. In fact, he's dropping a little bit there for Willow, so he's not really even that hungry, but I will give him another chick in a minute. If you've not seen Woody before and it's your first time watching the channel, check out our hunting season and see what this hawk's like to what he is now. I'll say it again, as I really need to. When your hawk's in molt, you can just leave them in the mews like 98% of people do. So the hawk's been eating pigeon, rabbit, pheasant. I'm going to give him some rat tomorrow. I'm just using the chick because I know that the chick will cut through normally any fears that he has, and if he's going to eat something, it'll be a chick on my fist. But today he's chosen not to. Maybe tomorrow he will, but that's what a hawk does. You can't force them to do anything, and even when we start hunting again, you can't force them to do anything. They've got to feel happy, content, otherwise they won't do a thing. It's really important that you take it slowly, read the hawk as I'm doing now. He didn't want to eat off my fist, he's eating off the perch, and as you can see, he's okay with me here. I wouldn't advise getting this close to a hawk, but I know what Woody's like, and even though I say I know him, he still could surprise me. So you need to be really careful. You don't want them talons in your face for sure. This is Julie's Harris Hawk George. Look at him building that nest. Isn't that marvellous?
Nothing at all. Nothing. No empty hands. Nothing at all. So you've had it. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. He's looking at. Good boy. Is that everything? You're looking at the phone. Funny boy, aren't you? Oh, you are a good boy. Right, I'm going now. Alright. Good boy. A good boy. You are funny.
So we decided to come up and have a look for some adders, and although there weren't any adders, I did find this tiny little slow worm under this piece of old felt, which I laid back down in the same place that it was after we'd seen this lovely little slow worm. And then I decided to move up the hill and found these big old gun emplacements. There was 3 in total, from World War II. I think they were anti-aircraft, but these would have been a massive gun. Here you can see these big bolts where they were bolted down, and there's a ring cemented or concreted in, or I presume that may have been to counteract the recoil. There's one on each side of this big piece of concrete here. Here we've got these gullies going into these holes. I presume that's where they used to keep the ammunition. This would have been the view looking over the wall out to channel. I think all these trees would have probably been cut down. You can see this rail running round. I'll talk about that again in a minute. But these bolts here, that was certainly a big gun, and you can see that channel there running through. And this structure runs a few hundred metres down through this sort of wooded, grassy area. There's been a lot going on here. There's a lot to explore, which I don't really know much about it, but it is the second gun emplacement with the same sort of structure. You've got these massive bolts and these big rings that are there, I presume, to stop recoil or to help pull the gun back. I'm not sure what they would be for. And then the gully again running into this tunnel. I wonder what's in there. You can see the size of these bolts. They've still got the nuts on. It's a really heavy fortified concrete. So I'll carry on down this little path, looking to see if we can find any other structures. And although these are partially filled in, there are some underground places here. I might take a torch up there at some point and have a look down there. These big structures here, they seem to be some sort of protection around probably the gun. It's very thick, 1/4 inch plate, and there's a few sort of holes in there, look to me like bullet holes. I'll show you those in a minute. But look at the size of these bolts here. They've been cut off with some sort of probably a thermic lance or gas torch. This little rail runs right round the gun emplacement. I should think it had a wheel running round on a bearing from the gun, and it would have been bolted down in the centre on a big plate that swivelled. I'm not sure what this would have been, some sort of latch system. Maybe this was what stopped the gun swinging on its own. I found these holes here. I think they're bullet holes. That is really thick steel, and they all seem quite uniform, but they may have been from some sort of fire upon this place, because it would have been attacked from all angles. You can see here part of that structure that we was looking at earlier on. I think this must have been a protection plate across where the guys used to stand. This is a little tunnel where I think the ammo was probably stored. If anyone would like to see down there, let me know, and I'll crawl down there with a torch and a GoPro. Just let us know in the comments and I'll go down there next time. very possible that this is the wrong type of gun for here, but it just gives an idea of what may have been here, and it's a similar structure. There's a couple of pillboxes here. That's what we used to call them. I think that's a generic term for these lookout posts. A couple of people there, look, climbing up, having a look. And there's another one there. They're partially covered now. I think they may have been a bit more exposed, but over time the grass has grown up quite a lot. But of course you don't want to be seen when you're in those anyway. Look at this beautiful bay we have, 25 minutes away from where we live. So Willow today, Willow, she's having a bit of fun. Here girl! Cooling off in this really warm weather. That's an old boat there. Been there years, I should imagine. That's probably just the bottom of the keel line.
Step in that, Dad. Step in that gun, Dad. You want to step in that gun, Dad?
Yeah, go on then.
Step in it then.
You step in it. Oh dear. Oh.
Careful, Frank.
Willow stalking seagulls. She won't get them, but she certainly likes playing. She's really just enjoying herself running through the water. I remember this well. This was my old dog Bo pointing a snipe. Woody did give chase, but has no chance catching such a fast bird. But here Woody gives chase on a cock pheasant. He knows he can catch them even if he has to wait till they put in. Here we have a pointed and flushed hen pheasant. Woody did give chase but never caught this one. Another cock pheasant gets away. Here we had a nice point on a woodcock and a flush. Remarkably, we took a picture of this woodcock in full flight. Obviously Woody the Harris hawk didn't catch it too quick. I remember this well, very rare when you get the dog and the hawk all in the right place. Lovely point and a flush. Woody was in the tree and took it from the air. Here we have a nice little flush from my Patterdale Chewy. He puts out a hen pheasant, the hawk takes up and then travels across the field in pursuit. Unfortunately never caught his catch, but it was a good try. Here the pointer gets a rabbit up into a flush. The rabbit runs towards the back of the wood where the hawk is sitting, and then the hawk, Woody, gives chase through the wood. Quite remarkable. Didn't catch the rabbit, but it was the flight that counts. Here the little Patterdale Chewy put out a nice little rabbit. Woody gave chase and well deserved catch.